Honey, I'm pregnant. Have you been to the doctor? What does he have to do with it? My wife is pregnant. Really? And who do you suspect? Honey, I'm pregnant. But by whom? By whom? I never expected this from you. Hey, who's yelling so loudly? Yeah, that's our neighbor KRN. What, is she giving birth? No, she's getting pregnant. Bart Simpson says to his teacher, Did you come to work today without wearing a bra again? Bart, how did you know? Well, your face smoothed out right away. The teacher asks Bart Simpson, Why are there more people than monkeys? Bart replies, Because it's hard to have sex up in the trees. James Bond went mushroom picking. He walked through the forest for 5 hours. Must be out of season, thought James Bond, and fell face first into the snow. James Bond opened the door. The light turned on. James Bond closed the door. The light went out. James Bond opened the door again. The light turned on again. James Bond closed the door again. The light went out again. Refrigerator, thought James Bond. A direct beam from a pocket flashlight hit James Bond right in the eyes, momentarily dazzling him. They're watching, thought James Bond. Two friends meet. One says to the other, Listen, I gave my wife such a present for Christmas. It was just awesome. And I put it under the Christmas tree. So, did she like it? You know, she still hasn't found it. The forest is big, near the bar. In winter, a man is standing outside in just a suit. Another man comes out of the bar and says, Why are you standing here without a coat? Yeah, the thing is, the bartender kicked me out of the bar because I was hitting on his wife. So why are you still standing here? Well, he promised to kick his wife out next. A joke about advertising. A promotional campaign from a pregnancy test manufacturer. We'll trade a positive test for a baby rattle, perhaps a cute little one. A man gets out of his Maybach, walks into the bar, throws $10 to the bartender and says, Give me a glass of beer. The bartender gives him $5 in change. The man says, Hey, when have I ever taken change from you? The bartender says, Sorry, but there's no beer today. And if you are enjoying this series, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Two very drunk snakes slowly crawl out of a dimly lit bar. One of them turns to the other and says, Hey, do you happen to remember if I'm actually poisonous or not? Yeah, I think you're poisonous. Shit, I just bit my own tongue. A man is at the bar, downing shot after shot, shot after shot. The bartender asks, What's wrong? He says, You see, it's all because of my underage son. What happened? Because of him, the nanny got pregnant. So what did he do? What did he do? He went and poked holes in all my condoms. That's a great joke. When you see food, you want to eat. When you see beer, you want to drink. When you see a couch, you want to lie down. Tell me, what's wrong with work? The phrase, they've come for you, feels very different. Really very different when you're in kindergarten or when you're the chief accountant. You know, gas prices have gone up, Mr. Krabs. Well, yeah, what's the difference? You don't even have a car. Yeah, I don't have a car, but I do have a lighter. The best family joke. The wife says to her husband, Listen, you haven't touched me in 7 days. Is there something wrong between us? The husband says, Well, of course there's a problem. I haven't touched you in 7 days, and when I tried to, you said, What? That you were feeling unwell. I'm waiting for you to get better. The husband says to his wife, Well, since I am the head of the family, I expect that every single evening, when I come home from a long day at work, dinner will be waiting for me, ready and prepared, at home. After I have finished my dinner, before I sit down to relax and watch TV, you will bring me my comfortable slippers, bring me my warm robe, and run a nice hot bath for me. And guess who will dress me and brush my hair after the bath? The funeral home worker, dear. Two girlfriends got together for a bachelorette party. Well, they got drunk at the bachelorette party and are walking home together. And they're walking through a cemetery, and suddenly, both of them need to use the bathroom, but there's nothing to wipe with. So, one of them used her underwear, and the other used a funeral wreath. They got home, and the next morning, one husband calls the other. He says, Listen, no more bachelorette parties. You know, my wife came back from the bachelorette party without her underwear. That's nothing. Mine came back with her butt in a photo card. From all the employees of the fire department, we will never forget you.